Hello and welcome to my unwrapping first look at the June edition of White Dwarf magazine. I hope you've enjoyed the content on the channel so far. That's going to continue over the next few months. So here we go. I think a few of these pictures have been sort of leaked on the internet, as they normally are. But in case you didn't know, you've been living under a rock, apparently there's a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 about to drop. Along with these, are they controversial? New Space Marines. Definitely been a lot of talk about them. So, White Dwarf, June 2017. Let's have a look. Let's look at release dates, pricing, things like that. Time is almost upon us, wait is nearly over. So we'll see if there's anything new in here that hasn't already been revealed, both at the Warhammer Fest, online pictures. So it looks like they have a battle report with the new miniatures. There we go. So this is a Dark Imperium set, which is there. So you just get the Primaris Space Marines in. So £95, that's a fair price, I think, in my opinion, considering you get the hardback rulebook. I mean, what were the Betrayal at Calth box sets? Were they about £95? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but of course those, you got the board tiles and things and cards, whereas this, instead of that, you're getting the hardback book. So let's have a look at the miniatures themselves. So the Primaris Space Marines, I'm going to enjoy reading this because I really want to find out why and, you know, what's happened and fluff wise. There's designer notes as well on these, so the big push on these. I'm not sure about those shields on the guns, but there we go. And the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. I really like that model. Warhammer Fest, I managed to sort of touch all these models and they hadn't glued the pipes, and you couldn't really tell that they hadn't glued the pipes, and that was really cool because you could actually move these two weapons, you know, in different directions. So I thought that was quite great, customizable. There's a rule book. It's £35 separately. And then you've got all the index books. I'll tell you right now, I'm not getting any of them. So if you sort of waited on this channel to see if I was going to get them and do reviews and things, I'm not going to get them. There are a few reasons. So if you have waited, I personally would just check out other channels, just to see their sort of overviews and reviews and things. But I think what I'm going to do is just wait for them to bring out the proper codexes with the lovely pictures and things, and these rules. And they might have updated them slightly since then. Who knows? There's a few other things. There's a thing called a combat gauge. It gives you a quick way of measuring short distances. I mean, you could still use a tape measure, but you've got like 1/2 inch there and 2 inches for the shortest bit, 1 inch. We've got some command dice, some wound trackers, Death Guard spray and the paint, tactical objective cards, Imperialis objectives, £20 for them. I do like that. Sort of like a little stasis chamber thing with a Gene Stealer head in, and I do like that sort of radio mass type antenna thing. Maybe it's a teleport homer thing, I don't know. So Blood Bowl, you got a couple more teams. They look like they're goblins. £20. Yeah, it must be £20 for both of those. Then you've got a Skirmish book, £6. Skirmish warbands. And a gaming mat, although that isn't a gaming mat, doesn't look like it. So from Forge World, nothing new here. These came out, you know, a few months ago. So the Contemptor Dreadnoughts, the Moritat, the Castellax, the Custodes, Sagittarium. Video game news, Dark Future, Blood Red States. I honestly don't know what that has to do with 40k, but I'm sure someone will help me out in the comments with that. Some more comics. And then you've got Eisenhorn, the video game. Dark Imperium book, 320 pages, it's hardback, it's £18. Crimson King by Graham McNeil. I'm sure that's going to be incredible. I think that was available at the Warhammer Fest. I'm sure it was. But that's £20. Not too bad for almost 500 pages hardback. And a few other things. So you got some different series now taking place. Contact. There's Only War. So this is the big main feature of the Dark Imperium in this White Dwarf. So you got a lovely 4-page spread. Oh, got 5 knights there. You got a Thunderhawk, although I must say that is the old Thunderhawk. And then you've got all the Primaris Space Marines, some Centurions, some Terminators, some more Primaris. And then just so that it doesn't affect the size too much, they've gone and hidden the normal sort of Space Marines dotted about there, but they put all the Primaris at the front. And Gilliman at the front against Magnus. A load of Mechanicum down here as well, if you can see them. New Ways to Wage War. Datasheet Delight. So breakdown of the datasheet, that'd be great. Be nice if they had all that there though, instead of the picture, but some more about it, about this rift that's happening. More about them, a breakdown of them all, breakdown of the Nurgle, or the Death Guard, and then Primaris Space Marines in other chapters. I don't know how that's going to work. One would assume if they're in other chapters and they've got sort of like the fur and things like that, one would assume that they adopt their traits, maybe, if they're using the same sort of genetic code. Who knows? I hope it's explained somewhere. But Imperial Fists look awesome. There you go. Global online campaign. So you've got 53 miniatures. The Primaris booklet, Death Guard booklet, the rule book, range ruler, 12 dice. So you got the whole list of things there. And then they go and have a game of this 8th edition. Armies of the Dark Millennium, some Thousand Suns, Blood Angels. So these are this guy's army, and then some lovely looking Tyranids. And then you get the 40k enhanced edition. Defense of Connaught. So this is the battle report then between the two forces, all the new models obviously, and some mini marines as well. And Gilliman even makes an appearance. So it shows you the arrows where all the units are moved. That's pretty awesome. That shouldn't really be a problem for him. And then Horus Heresy, the Golden Demon. Oh, that's immense. Incredible. Fulgrim, wow. Horus, I like that glow behind him. Very awesome. A Tale of Four Warlords, building up their armies even more now. Adding more units. That's really nice highlighting what he's done on there. Excellent. Lovely looking flyer. And then a bit of Age of Sigmar. That is awesome, that. Colossal squig. Love that in my Orc army maybe. With just like a little grot riding him or something. Yeah, Fire Slayers do look cool. And that Magma Droth looks awesome. Yeah, like the fact that they're naked. Pretty much. Blades of Corn. There you go. Excellent models now for Khorne. And the Bloodthirster. Some incredible artwork. Look at this. Amazing. The Art of War. Some fantastic artwork here. Yeah, that's looks to me like that's a Lucius pattern Reaver. Cool if they did make one of those. Nagash. And then you've got collecting and painting, Dance of Midnight. Very difficult models to paint, I think, in my opinion. I mean, just to get those right and then highlight each one too, the diamonds, just very difficult. There it goes on and tells you how to paint the Space Marines, the new ones, and the cloaks, and the highlights, and even some Nurgle. Squash Nurglings. So he's just stepping on one. Temporal Distort. Reader's models. Knights. Cracking colour scheme. And there we go. So next month will be on sale earlier because this one came out quite late. I mean, it's the 12th of June now. Would have been great if this came out sort of like last week or even the week before, but there we go. So that's going to be on sale on Friday the 7th of July. So I'll probably get mine on 1st or 2nd of July. And it says here, no fear, paint splatter, and so on. So no fear. I'm assuming that the next July one will have the sort of new grav tank thing for Space Marines. I'm assuming it'll have the Dreadnought, but maybe those will already be released by then. Maybe they won't, but we'll find out then. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.